Hello YouTubers, it's Travis and welcome back to the history of draft. Today we are drafting one of my favorite formats of all time, Ikoria. I had a really good time drafting Ikoria on MTG Arena when it initially released. It was in fact the first set you could draft with people, or as I like to say, that you could draft on MTG Arena, because prior to that everything was with bots and was significantly less fun. It was really fun to go and revisit this. I have fallen somewhat out of love with MTG Arena lately, but I do still like Magic, and getting to play this set again was really something for me. It was a true joy to kind of go relive the glory days and get to play this set with friends. I hope that you'll have as much fun watching it as I did recording it, and we'll see you next time for more history of draft. Don't forget to check out the Twitch stream at twitch.tv/Semulin. Thank you, and enjoy. All right, now we're back in business. I like Flame Spill, I like Savai Crystal, and I like Rumbling Rock Slide. I'm not interested in Karuga. It is not Mardu, and therefore must go. I think I like the instant speed on Flame Spill. It still kills a lot of things I want to kill. But I first picked a ton of Rock Slides. I'm kinda gonna force Mardu. This was my favorite set when I came back to Arena after taking a 6-month break. And I don't know that I would have played Magic for as long as I did afterwards if the Mardu deck in this set had not been so much fun. Ooh, hello there, General's Enforcer. This is exactly what I wanted. Somebody's going to get the Zenith Flare and be happy about it, and that's great. They're very welcome to it. This is what I want. Not much of a chance I wheel the Bloodfell Caves. I might be able to wheel... I'm not wheeling anything here. That's okay. This is such a good pick. I'm happy with it. I came back to Arena and I had 1,800 gems in my account. And I said, I'll draft now that you can draft with people until I run out of gems. And I think at the end of Ikoria, I had 90,000 gems. And I spewed through all of those over the course of the last 2 years. Swallow Hole is really good removal in the colors we're going to be playing. Cloud Piercer is also quite playable, but huge fan of just good removal. We can also just do black-white if the pieces don't show up for Mardu, and there are a few key pieces. What we're looking to try to build is a deck that sacrifices small creatures for profit. So the General's Enforcer is a way to make the small creatures that get sacrificed by draining your opponent's graveyard for 1/1s, and you've got time to do that. But we'll need something like a Bushmeat Poacher or a Bastion of Membrance. There's various cards that reward you for sacrificing things. So I need an engine to sacrifice it and one of the rewards. But it's not unlikely that we'll find them. This was not a deck that most people wanted to play or that most people fondly remember. Everybody would get excited about Whisper Squads and playing garbage 1/1s. Dude, I would be happy with so many cards in this pack, it's not even realistic. Like, I would have taken the Pacifism and been pretty thrilled. Fire Prophecy, Night Squad Commando's even okay. But here's a second Enforcer. This is the best set for Pacifism that we had in years. Because the other big mechanic is just stapling all of your creatures together into one big giant garbage creature. Venusaur's quite nice in this deck. Frenzied Rapture's okay too. I'd really like to be picking Fixing around 5th, and there's not any, which makes me sad. But that's okay. Pretty happy with the Venusaur. I do need to wheel some Fixing or start taking it much higher. For the other deck we were building with that Felidar before that we had to do the reboot, these were things that you'd look to get pretty late to go with it. And there was an uncommon Vigilance creature that kind of pumped your other Vigilance creatures, which was neat. I don't think I'm really likely to play any of this. If we're particularly heavy white, I could end up playing the Sabertooth. But the highest upside is the Cloud Piercer if we end up wanting some mutate creatures. So I'm going to take that, but like, this is not a must play. It also wasn't a set where you needed 500 2-drops. If you could get 3 to 5, you were basically okay. Boop! Winning the video game looks like this. We said we needed ways to sacrifice monsters for profit. Here you go. That's one of the things we're looking for. You make tokens with these, you use the tokens to kill their stuff, you make their stuff into more tokens, and then you kill them with it. I forgot all about Weaponize the Monsters. It was so good, so underrated, and so powerful. I should not be getting that card that late. I would have first picked it. Regal Herpaderp's fine. It's unlikely that we mutate it. These make human tokens, right? Yeah. Like, it's another playable 2-drop. Like, these are currently my we might play these pile. If we end up being mostly red-white splashing the black, we can play the Leosaur and then end up, like, splashing these, but we'll need other 2-drops. These are fine to play on the splash. I also may have to relatively highly pick Fixing because somebody's going nuts for it. Although I wield a Savai Crystal, so never mind. I need another column that's like... Yeah, there we go. Things I might want to play. Spells over here, creatures and curve things in this area, and then here's stuff I might want to play. I like that setup. Oh. Yeah. I did not think I was wheeling this. Never mind, we're great. This is nice, buckle in. It's a decent size board card, and I don't need a Garfield. I usually like to have about 5 fixing sources for this deck. I'm just playing that, it's fine. Probably playing that Raptor too. It's again just fine. You need bodies. Trade's good. Awkwardly, it does look like we're going to splash these. That card's not terrible, and I can just kind of send it to Tranel and be like, yo, dude, play blue. Sanctuary Smasher I like a lot. I played Blade Banish. Boot Nipper was good. But I think we're going to need to take the Rescuer here. I've got 3 cards with cycling so far. We'll likely end up with a few more. And this makes more tokens for us to do things with, as well as cycles on its own. And it's a 2-drop I can play if we continue down the red-white path. Like, it's just got a lot going for it. I'd still rather get a Bushmeat Poacher, but... I really need at least one Bushmeat Poacher, but it's a common. On Arena, when the set was live, nobody would take them. The problem here is these people may be able to read the cards. There's a bad poacher and that stupid parcel beast. I like Forbidden Friendship because it gives me 2 tokens and we're going to be interested in those. I also like Fire Prophecy a good bit because it gives you some more flexibility. I think we're actually moving into red-white version of this, which will be playing the Leosaur and the Cloud Piercer, and then kind of splashing for these 2. The problem is I just want both of these, but I think I'm going to be happier with Fire Prophecy. That adds a level of consistency to the deck that I'm not going to get from Forbidden Friendship. But Forbidden Friendship is very good for where we're going. Black is not terribly open here. I may be in a pod with people who know what Bushmeat Poacher does, and that's really, really bad. But there is upside. And that I could just be red-white aggro if I need to. Hey, what's up, Michael? Pouncing Shore Shark was pretty good. Not for me. The thing I most want is this other crystal. Yeah, I'm going to take it because like we're probably playing that. I think I'll get one in the 3rd pack because somebody really didn't value Generals Enforcers. I'm probably getting fighting with somebody for Mardu, but like that's fine. I'll get 2 packs of it. They get 1. Fight me. I'm not going to draft Ikoria and not draft Mardu. Come on. Well, it's scary to see this still here, but here's the best card in the set. And I got past it. And I want this Craig, but I'm not taking this Craig. I'm taking this Bushmeat Poacher. Pass me another. I don't think we had a command for Craig. Just kind of a bit of a meme with the Alakazam King, who I haven't watched in too long. I need to go back and check out his streams sometime. He's good people. When we were in lockdown, Sim Wife and I would watch him with breakfast quite often. And just kind of vibe and watch him play a role-playing game. There's a lot here that we could play. The Wolverine You can run, the Momentum Rumbler's not even bad, and Blade Banish is fine, but our mana's not great yet, and there's really no excuse for it not to be great. We've kind of gotten now to where we'll wake up and watch Yuckmouth if he started streaming Storybook Brawl, or a TriNet video if he hasn't. And in the evening, if Coco's streaming, we usually watch him. I keep meaning to watch the new season of Upload, but we just haven't made it there yet. What is here for me now? I'll take a healer. It's a cycling 2-drop. I think we're pretty happy about that, because I would like to get this slot filled. I heard it's real good. Like, we'll get to it eventually. First season rocked my world. I thought it was great. Again, the Leosaur isn't great, but it's a 2-drop that's going to be easy to cast in our colors, so I'll take it. And there are times when you'll just slap it on something and swing for lethal. Oh, they're releasing it weekly. Okay, well, maybe we just wait anyway. We still got a pack to get Offspring's Revenge. That'd be fantastic. Does Netflix not understand that we all just want to binge? Yoinks, there's my Craig. You used to have to take the lands higher than this in the bushmeat poachers later, which is funny, but it's also possible just not a lot of these were open. Like, we're definitely playing these. It's no longer a maybe play. So we need a Scoured Barrens to complete the trifecta. I played this a lot more than you would think. Just having a random flyer to start smacking somebody with was not bad. It's still a maybe here. Yeah, I get it. It's the same reason there's daily deals in Arena, is to train you to go to the store. I'm trying to decide if I want the Blade Banish. I think I want the Blade Banish. It's a better sideboard card and something you can main deck and not be unhappy with. Serval's not very good, but if I need something against aggro, I can play it. It's a pretty tame build for some of the stuff I did in Ikoria. Don't want any of that. Maybe we bump into a blue card we want to splash. To be fair, I think Upload's actually on Prime, isn't it? Got another one of these if we need it. That's fine. All right, pass me another Bushmeat Poacher, Offspring's Revenge, and a Pacifism, and we're good to go. Rumbler's a potential include too. The egg, however, is not. Don't pick eggs, you might accidentally play them. This does not have really any of the cards in it that I wanted. I played the Huntmaster Liger a decent amount, but I never particularly loved it. Suffocating Fumes was a very interesting sideboard card, and may actually be the best pick for us here. Yeah, it's a really disappointing one to open, but let's have access to this. If somebody is doing the Whisper Squad nonsense, we can get them. This is the same direction we got past the Enforcers from, so I'm expecting good black and white this time around, and our red's good enough to just play. I do probably need one more land, and I'll be pretty happy playing all three colors. It's not a wonderful pack. It does have a Blitz Leech, which is very, very good, surprisingly good. It also has a Stinger, which is quite nice to give us like another alternative for cycling. The way it's worked out, we might have been better off taking that Zenith Flare, because I think it ended up getting us. It wouldn't surprise me if Tranel took it or Enlighten went in on it, and ended up cutting us in the last pack. And we've ended up with quite a few cyclers. But I think I've already. Gosh, the Bleach was just so good. I'm taking it. I want one. I want one and I'll have one. Spandex. We want Spandex. Also a Swallow Hole there, which is great. But this is letting me know that people are avoiding Mardu, which is wunderbar. Very good. Very good for us. I'm not going to need to play any of these filler level cards, it looks like. Probably don't need the Cloud Piercer currently, right? Because like these two cycle and this is actually my top end. It's interesting, you could be next to me and think red-white was open, because I'm just not drafting cycling red-white. Winota's interesting. It's a 4-mana 4/4 with upside. Like, it's really hard to argue with that. Good evening, Courtney. Not really what I was looking for here, but we'll take it. Yeah, Necropanther's interesting too, and I'd probably play it, but Winota's just better with the non-humans we've got. I don't think I actually need 3 Generals Enforcers. But I'm going to play 3 Generals Enforcers. Slaps roof of deck. They do, which is kind of neat. We've got synergy and topography. Could use another 3, but I've already got another Frenzied Raptor, so I probably end up having to play that, which is fine. We can play that. So we're still short a few playables. I can run a Divine Arrow and not be incredibly embarrassed about it. I've got 2 sacrifice effects, so the tentative connection could probably do something. I love playing it with 3 or more. It's just a blast. 2 has me a bit concerned. I'm like, I could just take a Spell Eater Wolverine and call it a deck and be relatively happy. The thing is, it's just a 3-2. I think it's like actively worse than a Frenzied Raptor. I'm going to give this a go. I might be able to steal a game with it. Flourishing Fox, reasonable too. Well, I don't quite know how I'm going to make this mana work, but I'm going to make this mana work. We're done now. There's the deck. I probably do it by trimming a Raptor. Or just don't play the connection. Yeah, this is a shame we're not getting any more lands. I wanted one more, but one more just means I wouldn't have to run this crystal, which would be ideal. I don't want to run this crystal, but we're going to have to run this crystal. Doubt I need to side into Windrake, but maybe I do. Was the tapper Nad? What tapper? Oh, the human tapper? Yeah, it's pretty bad. We didn't get the combos necessary for this. It can be kind of cute with Weaponize the Monsters, but... Yeah, Checkpoint Officer was bad. I mean, bad. Playable minus is the way to say it. Well, it was just too expensive to do it. That one's an irrelevant body and an overcosted effect. You can have one of those things. The body can be irrelevant, or the effect can be overcosted. But if you combine them, it's like the opposite of peanut butter and jelly. It's like peanut butter and spaghetti sauce. Make it a 2/1, that card's great. Make it one white mana, that card's great. But a 1/2 for 1 and a white? The didn't work. Doesn't work.
Are we marging it, chat?
We sure are. Yeah, it's Master Decoy, but bad. Thank you, Chris. Much appreciated, my dude. Let's get this imported into Arena. All right. We're going to run with this, but I'm going to need to build a mana base that supports it. I'm starting off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red, 1, 2, 3, 4 white, and 1, 2, 3, 4 black. So I can actually get close just from kind of splitting the difference here. Because black's kind of the splash. So we could kind of do 2 extra red, 2 extra white, 1 black, and be done. That's kind of a lovely mana base. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 white, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black. And I don't super need the black early. Although, honestly, another swamp may be fine if I want to try to land these enforcers. Yeah, that's the play. We just run one more swamp. Done. I like this. This is just good mana. There's no reason to have anything other than just great mana for this. Let's play Dawson. Nobody ever plays Dawson. Yoga! Dude, we got Yoga Fire. Obviously using Street Fighter slaves because I'm a man of culture. All right, round 1. It's not great, but I've kept worse in 1. Got a removal spell, I've got decent mana, the deck's full of cyclers and expensive things. I'm keeping this, especially on the draw. This is certainly not a deck that's looking to win quickly. Pretty happy to blue the snoot on this one. It's a bold move, Cotton. Is the overlay not running? There is an overlay for this. Do you guys have access to it or nah? Cool, glad it's working. There we go. Dang it, Bobby. Oh, heck yeah, we're Mardoing it, dude. Player's bad. I passed one. Happily. Well, it's not fair to say player's bad. It wasn't fun. It wasn't interesting. There were better things to do. Nick is telling me there's some kind of bug in Arena. So apparently there was some sort of spell he wanted to cast in response. Yeah, I like he's showing a mutual destruction in hand, which is a sorcery. So like I don't know if that's what he meant. Probably interested in suffocating fumes against him, and on the draw I don't need the bad crystal. Oh, he's right. It should have had flash because he had a lurking Deadeye. I forgot what those cards did because they're not terribly good, but that's frustrating. Buggy game is buggy. Congratulations, Techno Shaman. That sounds great. This is 2, right? Yeah, it shocks. We're leaving up Fire Prophecy and Flame Spill. It's a good thing, as well as activation for this. I did think I could cast both, but I was wrong. This format was so good. Round 2, fight! Sorry, I got a mouthful of chips. It works. A little clunky, but it works. I don't have a lot of respect for a Brushwag. But I do have some respect for a Brushwag. Yeah. We're racing. I like that. Piceratops, you say? Piceratops wasn't bad. Okay, there. Done with all the chips. Sorry to munch in your ears. Oh yeah, I screwed up there, but we're not going to talk about it, and that's okay. Okay, that's what we're doing. I didn't realize we were playing a combo deck. I can do some work with that. We'll just play this slightly different, and this one's a fairly easy win. Never playing around two fully growns, because most decks didn't want one. All right. I think we'd get black with this. No, we'd get red. Get red. I don't have any double blacks, right? Because spandex is not double black. It's double white. I think we're more likely to need the red. It's easier to beat combat tricks when you know they're coming, but like 3-mana giant growth was not terribly good. Welcome back, Alexis. This is the best card in the set. Like, legitimately not joking. It's insane. I turned 1,800 gems into 80,000 gems during Ikoria by basically drafting this deck. Something to make tokens, a common to sacrifice tokens for value, and uncommon to sacrifice them to win. And it's all over there. Everybody complained about cycling and fought over it, and then you just killed them with this. It's literally insane. It's my favorite format that's ever been on Arena. Because it was fun, and I couldn't stop winning. Which, honestly, I think a big part of it was this is a format in recent history that had cycling to fix mana problems and didn't have any equipment in it. Never particularly cared for equipment. It's weird. It did a lot of winning in Val too. I liked it. Overall. Like, I still get frustrated with arena problems. I'm not spending any more money on this game. Done with that. Which means I'll basically use it for, like, going back and drafting old formats with friends or playing in the sweatsuit. Alright. Well, that makes it a little easier. I'm gonna need to get it out of their hand at some point, and this is fine. Because I'm sure they have no rock slide. Okay, interesting. I was definitely expecting a rumbling rock slide there. Yeah, I think I'm playing with some other folks that didn't know it particularly well either. Like, that was just not a terribly good card. The beautiful part about that is it works whether they attack or block. I did screw this up, but I'm bad at magic and we're not going to judge me for it. Boop. Well, it's just a mistake. They happen. Well, that's uncomfortable. Boop. Boop. Ikoria, ladies and gentlemen. All right, here we are in the finals versus Mike. don't think I ever got to play with Winona in the set, so it was kind of cool to get to play with her here. Ugh. I'm in danger. Not a lot of danger. But some danger. Baby Godzilla do 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 do. Baby Godzilla do 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 do. Baby Godzilla do 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 do. Baby Godzilla. That poor Vantasaur has been hated on so much. That is a lot of baby Godzillas. He's got a back for more in there somewhere too, which is a little scary. Because we're going to have to deal with that and then stop it from back for mooring. which means I'm going to need a couple cards here. Okay, there's the back for more of it stopped. And really, this stops most of it anyway, unless he can kill this. Because it doesn't have trample. Don't care about Parcel Beast. It's just a bad bushmeat poacher. What a good set. It's one of my favorites too. It's like this is the height of Magic. This is clearly Magic as Garfield intended. I love Mana Sinks. He should be just dead, but I'll give it one more turn for funsies. So I've got, this is 10 going through. No, this is 5 going through, so he's at 7. So we go 2. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, yeah, so he's super dead. That means we want to show him as few cards as possible, right? But I can just do it after combat and make the math nice and easy. Because each 2 mana is 2 damage. All right, so what's his deal? Flash stuff, bounce your stuff, capture sphere, counter spells out the wazoo. So the good news is a lot of the stuff that matters for us can't really be countered. Like you can't counter Caesar. Well, you can counter Caesar, but it's hard to. And the real combo piece of weaponize the monster can't be countered. I don't love expensive cards against that. And I am pretty interested in the Cloud Piercer. Because it looks like his path to victory is through the air, right? Or maybe with the Back for More and Sandworm combo. But like I've got Back for More pretty much covered here. But I think Raptor's just not doing much. So let's take the Cloud Piercer for that. Yeah, I probably don't need either Raptor, and I can play the Tentative Connection. And either use that to take something and sack it, or just steal a win. Man, if this set was still out on Arena, I probably would still be playing. It's nice to feel like I'm competent at something. Essence, scatter me this. Yeah, this is a really good version of it. We'll need to hit a couple land drops. I'm remembering now that I often played 18 lands in Mardu decks. Because, like, you could handle flooding. I think the only flash thing I remember was a 1/5. I also forgot how to put cycling in my deck. What do you mean you forgot how to put cycling in your deck? I am confused. That's not fair. I really need to use Flame Spill on this. Because I can swallow whole a Godzilla. So tentative connection here is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Which gets, I think gets me close enough. Because he's either going to tag me with it or hold it back to block, and I'm pretty happy either way. Let's see. You can use your Essence Scatter now. You don't have it? This dude just ate a whole freaking worm. I can't believe I ate the whole thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I didn't get to activate a Bushmeat Poacher this whole draft, which is really sad. Unless he's got another bag for more, in which case we get to play a little longer. We did it! We activated a poacher! Huzzah! It's good. That's all I wanted. It's all I really wanted. Man, Ikoria. Still one of my favorite sets, and it was a blast to go back and play. Confirming that, like, my issues are not issues with Arena. Or, excuse me, my issues are issues with Arena, not issues with Magic. Magic's fun. Arena, I'm not having a good time with. But Magic's a blast. And a big thank you to my patrons. Thank you to Paul, Punk, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Fasty, Rich, Brandon, and Jazzy. I appreciate y'all.